Agus fáilte Ara. Like I'm standing up again, like we said at last stage, that I would go so far as to say it's reckless. I would actually call it dystopian. I think we are walking in to a situation that's going to be irreversible. And Minister, I know you come from a legal background yourself, and it's great to be part of a member of a house where there are so many legal, there is so much legal mind in here, but I cannot see, I don't understand why you're supporting this. I can't understand, and I really don't see any justification for it. Why would you? We have one of the most mature, both us and Canada, we have mature legal systems, both I suppose coming from a British legal system that derived from that, but we have existing mature legal systems in this country. Why are we creating a parallel justice system that can override our own legislation here and our own legality that we have here? It makes no sense, and like Senator Higgins has said here, that not only is there going to be a financial cost, our budgets in each department, we can see there's overspend in budgets as it is. We can see we're not meeting our climate targets and we're paying fines. Is there going to be in each budget now how we're actually going to, if we are going to get sued, is this going to be part of it? It beggars belief to me, and this is someone that, I suppose, I live in the Northwest, where we've seen directly under the NAFTA agreement that Canada themselves have been sued by an investor court because of Quebec and their decision to ban fracking. So, for example, we'll say if say this government at the moment, they seem to be ploughing ahead they're not committing to investing in renewable energies. So if this government continues to head and a Canadian investor decides they're going to invest in LNG infrastructure, if this government sees sense, or a new government comes in instead and says, you know what, we're actually not going to invest in that, it's madness, we're not going to do that, then we're liable because the profits of a Canadian company that might have invested in fossil fuel infrastructure is able to sue us. It just beggars belief. It doesn't make any sense why we would want to create, particularly a system like our own. We're very proud of our judicial system. And I know this yourself, that you are from a legal background. Why would we want to create an alternative parallel court system to what we have already? I find it, and I'm not exaggerating saying it's dystopian. And we're talking about sovereignty. We are going to place the democratic will of a sovereign state like us in Ireland in equal par with corporate organisations. And this is stuff of nightmares if that's going to happen. We've bad enough we can see throughout government policies at the moment where we are handing over certain deals and certain contracts to private. I brought this up last week here about childcare being sold off for profit to multinational chains. We see the mess that's been already happening within the housing sector. But now we're actually giving our investors legal entitlements to sue our state, our sovereign state, our independent, we fought so hard to get, if we're going to implement legislation, or if we're going to implement policies that's going to affect their ability to make profit. I think that, we've had this discussion here, but because you've got such a big majority, unfortunately, I can't see where this is going, how we have this debate. But we're reasoning with you, Minister, you come in here and listen to the opposition. And you have come in to listen, but please take on board what we're saying. It's not just, and like Senator Stephen said, this is our last opportunity in the Shannon to raise this. And if this legislation is going to go through, it'll be 20 years before, a minimum of 20 years before it's going to be overturned. So I appeal to you, I know we have amendments that we want to discuss as well, and they have been ruled out of order, but we'll stay for the debate and we'll see how we'll be able to hopefully talk about them at some stage. But we need, honestly, I'm not exaggerating saying it's walking into dystopian reality.